putting someone else down is easier to do than change your own habits. So you're obviously going to go for the easier one. So you're just going to put someone else down, hoping that they kind of join you. And it's like I said, I know someone, or I've known people like that, and I'm sure the listener can relate when they say they know someone like that as well, where, you know, someone who's just very negative and does talk down on them when they are just trying to implement healthier habits.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's kind of interesting that the norm is most people don't go to the gym or don't, do any type of exercise. Most people probably don't care that much about their sleep quality, or at least if they do, it's not to the point of, okay, I'm going to make sleep a priority. Most people probably don't eat enough protein and vegetables, the things we're always preaching about. So when they see someone that's going out of their way to actually improve these habits, like let's say you're trying to lose fat or lose a bit of weight, so you start meal prepping and you take your meal prep to work, it's because, again, you're outside of the norm. Most people will be like, oh, but why are you doing that, and don't you want to enjoy yourself or eat foods that are tasty? And it's almost like there's this idea, I'm not sure where it came from, that if you're trying to improve your health, it's almost like that's unhealthy or a weird obsession, right? And I find it's quite the opposite. Like, if you take care of your nutrition, if you take care of your sleep quality or recovery, if all the big rocks are taken care of, so if your foundation is solid, then you have more energy to be with your family and friends. You can actually use your body to do stuff you want to do. Like, let's say you have to pick up something, helping a friend move, whatever. You actually can move or help them move without having any back pain or issues. That whole story of, because I remember when I was 17, people told me, wait until you're 25 or wait until you're close to your 30s and you'll start feeling aches and pains. I know, like, I'm 27, I'm still very young, but so far so good. And I know friends of mine that have been lifting for 15 to 20 years and they're on their 30s and 40s. They also are way better than the average person on their 30s or 40s that complains, oh, once you get to my age, you'll feel that your body starts going to shit. So I like the idea of going against the current and seeing what, at least for myself, what I'm able to do with my body. Like, if I can be an old man that's still kicking ass and not having to rely on, someone else to do basic stuff, that's a big win. And to do that, I know I need to take care of my nutrition. I need to be consistent with it. And that's kind of the basic things you try and teach people. So that's a long answer just to say, I don't understand why when you're trying to improve yourself, it's almost frowned upon, like you're trying to be different and that's bad, like you're the alien when you're just kind of trying to escape the matrix.
What you said about people, I think when they get to their 40s, their 50s, they start saying, oh, just wait till you get to this age, you're going to feel loads of aches and pains. And you were speaking about in the context of resistance training specifically. But that reminded me straight away of people say the same thing about their metabolism. And that's not actually true as well, because I remember there was a study that came out that actually showed that metabolism actually only slows down. You might know, I can't remember if it was 50s or 60s. It might have been 60s.
I think it was 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people might be listening to this right now and just thinking, that is bullshit. Like, I know for a fact, as I've gotten older, my metabolism has slowed down. But this is where I'm not denying that maybe you are having maybe a tougher time to maybe, let's say, maintain your weight or lose weight compared to a younger version of yourself. But I think this is what a lot of people don't realize, is that maybe as they've gotten older, they're actually moving around a lot less than compared to when they were younger.